गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स, मैं ब्रिजेश सिंह, शिवराज सिंह चिल्ड्रन एकेडमी strongly welcome in political science class. Definitely running topic was election and representatives. I have discussed in vast form election commission, what is the article is associated to be the election commission, tenure of the election commission and duties of election commission. What is the special role of election commission to the special regarding of the parliamentary system of India, how it has been prescribed very independent regarding the election procedure, holding election of unbiased, impartial mode. A special topic has been taken in the particular topic of election and representatives. Definitely democracy, sustainability of continued democracy in India. What is the meaning of democracy? What is the meaning of real democracy of India? Democratic country, what's the reason behind it? How the Constitution of India has been implemented, what were the main causes in reference to our public interest. Such kind of activities, such kind of lectures have been justified in previous videos. I will talk today parliamentary system of India, having organization of the election. Election is the main point of the Indian democracy, that you can say parliamentary system of India. Total responsibilities goes to election commission. He has to ensure the fair and neat elections without any kind of fearing, motivate to people of country. They will have to register their voting in the real definition of the parliamentary system of India. So definitely I am going to talk about this, how the election commission commits their duties, what were parliamentary systems, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, direct election, indirect election, president, vice president, member of legislative council. These are the main elements of the parliamentary system of India. Election procedures, I will take the complete discussion today. Election procedures have been adopted in two ways, bicameral, first direct election and secondly indirect election. What institutions come in the direct election and what other hand in indirect election. What is the procedure of to be elected of our representatives. What is the motto behind the direct election? What are the mottos behind indirect elections? What is the difference between both elections? Which is more practicable? Which is more practicable? How the people are exactly connected to a particular mode of election? Definitely next 30 minutes I will try to take the complete assessment to this topic. First of all, I would like to start the parliamentary system of India. India, populous, democratic country, highest level of population contains India across the world, populous democratic country, India. This has been divided between two modes of election. First of all, direct election. Direct election, and secondly indirect election. Complete democratic elements are associated regarding between two elections mode, direct election and indirect election. In direct elections, this is the consist form here: Lok Sabha, that is called lower house, also called people house of the country, people house. Right now I will take complete discussion about the Lok Sabha election, eligibilities, role of voters, how is the Lok Sabha election is very popular regarding to parliamentary system of India. In some cases, in direct election, what were the circumstances to be forced holding indirect elections, which is more popular, what were reasons behind discriminate the direct election and indirect elections, what are foundations to our Indian constitution makers. They will have to enforce direct election and indirect election. So I am talking about the direct election. What elements of the parliamentary system of India, democracy, in democracy country, the Lok Sabha, lower house, secondly you can people house, very popular of the parliament, having associated, has been organized Lok Sabha plus Rajya Sabha plus President. Our parliament constitutes with the triple combination of Lok Sabha and second Rajya Sabha and thirdly most important element of the parliament, our honorable president. Triple elements, triple institutions having together constitutes parliament. One of the major question can be asked, what is the main elements of the parliament? Generally, everybody talks about the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, but you have to need very urgent acknowledgement about the particular department of the parliament. A president is also connected in having charge of the parliamentary system. That's parliament, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and president. President, definitely you can say president is not the member of either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. He doesn't take proper seat in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, but the constitution's facilities take the system. Without president, no rules and regulations can be practiced. No rules and regulations can be passed. With the absolute majority of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, you are going to pass the particular bill in the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. The approval of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, whatever the constitutional rules and regulations, until president doesn't forward his sign, his signature constitutionally, that kind of rule must not be valid. So definitely this question can be asked, what is the main elements of the parliament? You have to mention the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and president. So presently I am talking about the parliamentary system of India, populous democratic country, first direct election. These are the elements of the Lok Sabha. In other form, we call it lower house, and secondly it is known People House, and second Rajya Sabha, which is called Upper House. Upper House, I will take complete discuss. The Lok Sabha, it comes direct election, indirect election, Rajya Sabha, and moving on, so MLA, member of Legislative Assembly, having connected to the State Assembly, 29 states are presently in India having different kind of Legislative Assembly, just like UP, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Karnataka, and so many different kind of MLAs. These two elements of the direct election, Lok Sabha and MLA, member of Legislative Assembly. In other hand, MLC, member of Legislative Council, it comes under category of the indirect election. So I want to decode these two elections are being held under procedure of the direct election. First of all, Lok Sabha at the central level, very popular election. I will take complete discuss about the realities of the Lok Sabha contestants, parties, forum. Secondly, MLAs, member of Legislative Assembly. What is the difference between both structure? This consists of the central level and this consists of the state level. You call it Lok Sabha, member of Parliament, MP. In Hindi, you call it Sansad. And secondly, this is the member of Legislative Assembly. You call in Hindi Vidhayak. These seats are concerned to state level. What are the special eligibilities to be member of Parliament, to be member of Legislative Assembly? I will discuss right now. First of all, we have to create the direct election and indirect election. What procedures are taken? So first of all, direct election, Lok Sabha and MLAs. MLAs consist state level, and this the central level, and so many elections are held in the Gram Panchayat, Nagarpalika Panchayat, but it doesn't come under jurisdiction of the Election Commission of India. Like such elections are held with the assistant machinery of the state government and the local election body. Only central level and state levels elections directly or indirectly, the president election, vice president election, these kind of elections are to be exercised under the Election Commission of the India, especially in exceptional cases at the Gram Panchayat and district level, district member of Nagarpalika Panchayat. Elections definitely doesn't come on the election of commission. Such question can be asked in the examination. What kind of election doesn't consist to Election Commission of India? First of all, member of Parliament, Lok Sabha. Secondly, member of Legislative Assembly. Third, both, and fourth option will be Gram Panchayat, Nagarpalika. You have to definitely the tick mark of the Gram Panchayat, the Nagarpalika. The elections are not in under jurisdiction of the Election Commission. You have to be very careful like such question when you are going to talk. So personally request you, having video, observe a lot of times with the pen and rough copy. You have to entitled, because such elements are totally applicable for the mathematical and science approach. A lot of data, a lot of events, a lot of particular dates, a lot of classifications have to be exercised. You don't have the classification of the Lok Sabha, lower house, people house, Rajya Sabha, upper house, state level, central level. You will create a lot of misunderstanding and confusions. Definitely the contents are not going to be clear. So you are needed to study a lot of times and under marking of the high level events and functions, contents. Directly, Lok Sabha is very popular in the examination. this can be of the mode of the people house, which is called the people house, which is called the lower house. So definitely you have to take the proper correlation of the among 3 steps. Lok Sabha, you have to be knowledge in lower house and people house. Triple actions can be taken. So definitely 3 nominations in your mind permanently keep on going: Lok Sabha, lower house and people house. And this is called in this direct election. In which category Lok Sabha election comes? In which category? Direct election. Rajya Sabha comes in which category? In direct election. President of India comes in which category? In direct election. Vice President election comes in which category? In direct election. MLC, member of legislative councils, having covered in particular some states, that's called bicameral. Bicameral states are only 7, just like UP, Bihar, Maharashtra, Jammu and Kashmir. So many states having counted here. Bicameral states where the MLA as well as MLC seats are available. In 29 states, there are only 7 states which consist the bicameral states, bicameral elections, bicameral policies. Like here, member of Legislative Assembly, this is the complete compulsory and mandatory form of the election, individual to state level. But MLC consists only 7 states like Bihar, UP and Karnataka. So many 7 states are come in this category. You have to take the particular name of the nomination. What are the names of the 7 states who consist MLC? I named 3. First of all UP, secondly Bihar, and thirdly Maharashtra, and fourthly Gujarat maybe, and 3 you have to send in comment box what are the 3 remaining MLC consist states. Back to the topic here. Direct election, Lok Sabha, MLA. Indirect election, Rajya Sabha, President election, Vice President election, and thirdly, this must be correlated, MLC state level. This is the justified classification of the election procedure. In India, having sustainability of the parliamentary system of India, 2 kinds of election, direct election and indirect elections. I have mentioned a detailed list. What category of the direct elections? They are Lok Sabha, MLA, and indirect elections. Under indirect elections come the Rajya Sabha, President of election, Vice President of India. These are the consist body of the to be elected by the electoral college, electoral committees. Indirect election. Definitely, this is the parliament. First of all, I will talk here. This parliament has been organized under which article? This article 79. 79 article. Very important question. Our parliament has been organized under which article of Indian Constitution? You have to mention 79. The first, parliament, and secondly, this is the Rajya Sabha. Article 80. Article 80. This is called upper house. And thirdly, Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha 81. So these are the very prominent part of the Indian Parliament. Particular Parliament has been organized under which article? 79 article. 79 article sustains a kind of democracy. Parliament who ensures, makes rules and regulations, are controlling a legislature and executions. In 79 article Parliament. Moving next, 80 Rajya Sabha. I will just take the complete discussion about the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha step by step. We will move on forward. Rajya Sabha, first of all, 80, Article 80, and Lok Sabha, Article 81. Direct election, indirect election. I will talk right now what are the eligibilities. What are the eligibilities to be contest the election of Lok Sabha? What kind of election procedures have been implemented towards Lok Sabha? How it is called very popular among the people of country? And what are the special benefits of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? So first of all, I will talk here Lok Sabha. First parliamentary organ, Lok Sabha. Lower house, I just want to repeat again and again. Lower house, article has been mentioned here, 81. Under article of the 81, Lok Sabha is the very popular election in the connection of parliamentary system of India. It is very popular because of people connect directly to these elections. Very easy procedure. They will have to understand the meaning of right election, the Lok Sabha election, because it comes under category of the direct election. They are 100% capable to exercise their votes, and directly they can understand which is a winner. So direct elections, Lok Sabha as well as the MLAs are very popular election because voters can understand the procedure of Lok Sabha and member of Legislative Assembly directly without any kind of complexions, without any kind of difficulties, without any kind of high level utilization, the mathematical approach. So this the Lok Sabha election, and MLAs, member of Legislative Assembly, you call it member of Parliament, MP, Sansad, and here you call the Vidhayak. So definitely this is the very popular. Behind reason it, people can understand in easier form in compared to indirect election. What is the procedure of election indirect? Rajya Sabha, President and Vice President procedures have been imposed. So these are not very popular elections. Whatever the election directly elected by the voters, that's called representatives. Representatives elect the member of Rajya Sabha, our president and vice president, but directly people take participation in voting. They are voting right to vote in, especially in two, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, MLAs, member of Legislative Assembly, and lower ground we have to move. I have already discussed about the Nagar Palika and Gram Panchayat, Gram Sabha, but here is not relevant topic because I am talking about the parliamentary system of India. Definitely we are bound to take the complete discussion of the two kinds of election, direct election and indirect election. So these lower kind of elections were not connected to here. So I will focus my concentration at the Lok Sabha this come direct elections. People don't have high level awareness, so our constitution doesn't allow him to make the complication understanding. So easily you have to cast your vote and directly understand the meaning of the Lok Sabha. Particular parties, related candidates are contesting the election. These are the particular personalities of the related to parties. You have to go to your polling booth and put your vote, and definitely you can understand the particular person has won the election. So this election procedure in the direct election, it consists through first, very important, first past the post. First past the post in short form. You can register in your mind FPTP. Definitely very popular system. First past the post election. Chances to be asking in examination question. FPTP, what is the procedure of the FPTP? Why our constitutional framers to be bounded to frame FPTP procedure in Lok Sabha and MLA's election only? Such kind of implementation cannot be implemented in the indirect elections, president of election, vice president and MLCs. So because population of country, this is possible in small countries, but this is not possible in the high level populous country just like the India. I have already told you the populous country of the popular democracy of country having sustained such kind of election regarding huge population. This method cannot be survived here. Whatever the little countries, what are the smaller countries, definitely this can be exercised. But the having kept a huge populous state country, this is not possible. So our constitution framers implemented, exercised this election, the first past of the post, FPTP. Directly you have to take the election, easy process. There is no complexion to understand the process of the elections for the common people of the country. For the common people of the country, they can understand easily. So I am talking about the FPTP first post the post election, and this comes under category of the MP, Lok Sabha and MLA. In other words, MP and MLA related to individual state, MLAs are why needed. First post the post system. I have mentioned you behind the reason of the application of the first post the post, because it was very easy method in compared to indirect elections. Will have to be held in second procedure of the indirect election. So first post of the post election was very easy method. It was very understandable to the general people of our country who have not much qualified, who have awareness of understanding capabilities of the election. They directly closest contact in election and capable to understanding the meaning of the election in our parliamentary system of India, because people sustains a very unique role in parliamentary system, democratic countries. So this has to be realized of the people. How can they elect favoring candidates through using their right to vote? This was the main reason to be implemented the first post under categories: member of parliament, Lok Sabha, member of legislative assembly, having connected to the states level. I have already discussed about it. Now the second election eligibilities. I will before talking the indirect election. I will complete the topic here. Lok Sabha, lower house Article 81, eligibilities. Eligibilities of Lok Sabha candidates. What are the eligibilities to be required? First, citizen of India. They must be citizen of India. Most are relevant, compulsory, he or she. They means he or she must be citizen of India. निश्चित तौर पर वह भारत का नागरिक होना चाहिए. This is the complete applicable condition. Doesn't belonging to any foreign countries, must be registered in the citizenship list of the particular candidates. Secondly, not above 25 years. Second topic, very relevant and very practical topics. You continued, have studied in previous classes 7, 8, 9, 10th. Very popular Lok Sabha. I will just want to remind and try to connect your memories. They must be citizen of India. Second eligibility, not above 25 years. This is applicable he or she. Thirdly, unsound mind. Unsound mind. I am writing here in very brief condition. But you have to take the proper connection of whatever is being written, whatever is being spoken. So make the chemistry between the not above 25 years, he or she to be the member of the Lok Sabha contesting elections, definitely must be citizen of India. And unsound mind. Unsound mind must be physically fit, mentally fit. Any kind of question should not be raised against the mental capabilities, practicality, whatever the human being necessary to be the representatives of our country. It's very important to be complete mental health, unsound body. And number 4, should not be insolvent. It should not be insolvent. Insolvent means bankruptcy. किसी प्रकार की लोनिंग, किसी प्रकार का डेप्ट, इलीगल एक्टिविटीज में वो करना नहीं होना चाहिए, जो कि रूल्स में आता है कि दिवालियापन, इसके क्या बोलते हैं, दिवालियापन मतलब बैंक्स वगैरह से इस प्रकार का लोन लेकर के उसके कंडीशंस को फॉलो ना करना और एक बैंकरप्सी में आ जाना. अगर ऐसे चार्जेज आपके ऊपर हैं तो निश्चित तौर पर इलेक्शन कमीशन डजंट अलाउ यू टू बी कॉन्टेस्ट इलेक्शन बिकॉज इट्स टोटली इनवैलिड. दिस इज द टोटली इनडिसिप्लिन टास्क. सो सच फेलोज or to be restricted to contest the election because you are going to maintain the proper role of the representative, very honorable member of parliament, very honorable member of legislative assemblies, very honorable the vice president of India, honorable president of India, and so Rajya Sabha member of. So the very parliamentary elements are headed all over the cross of the parliamentary system of India, where deserving candidates should be expected, and they must be the mental and physical fitness at level, at least unsound mind should not be allowed the contesting the election. Insolvent and any kind of criminal charges in the connection of regarding our honorable judiciary. In criminal charges regarding to our judiciary in different cases. So these are the eligibilities, compulsory eligibilities to be survived, to be the election of the Lok Sabha. First of all, they must be citizen of India. Secondly, not above 25 years, 25 years age plus होना चाहिए. Not above 25 years. One of the correction here, not minimum, not below. I'm very sorry, below, not below 25 years. 25 साल से उम्र का व्यक्ति लोकसभा का इलेक्शन नहीं लड़ सकता. I just want to re-clear again, not below 25 years, exactly 25 or plus, not below, point to be noted here, the human being fault. Not below 25 years, unsound mind, insolvent, and consist the article I mentioned here, Lok Sabha 81 and Rajya Sabha 80 and the Parliament Organization of 79. So I will move this second topic. This is very important. First, the post elections are being utilized in the central level of the Lok Sabha, and having reference, if we talk about the state level, two kinds of major elections who are popularly known as the people of house in the state level and central level. These two kinds of elections are directly contact to be election directly by our common people. So the FPTP first post election has been exercised. I just discussed hugely about it, what were the major compulsions behind the first post election. That clear? So major MLAs and MP. Now the second part of the Rajya Sabha, first of all, like same conditions are applicable to the contest election of the member legislative of assembly. But difference only, member of parliament is to be associated of the Lok Sabha at the central level, and member of legislative assembly is concerned to be state level. That's called member of parliament, Sansad. That's called member of legislative assembly. Both come in category of the direct election, and having imposed FPTP, MP, difference, and the eligibilities definitely are same. An additional eligibility, you can say he or she must be enlisted in voter list. Like such kind of compulsory formalities must be survived. So these are the major eligibilities to be election of the Lok Sabha or member of legislative assembly. They must be clear. Now I will talk about the Rajya Sabha. Firstly, parliamentary election. Lok Sabha, 25 years age, must not be unsound mind, bankruptcy, and definitely must be citizen of India. If we talk about the Rajya Sabha, this consists in the indirect election. Both member, I will talk about the Vice President of India, indirect election, Rajya Sabha, and also both member like Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha jointly elect both members, jointly elect Vice President of India, and itself Rajya Sabha seats who are supposed to be vacant in especially states level, that MLAs, I want to recall it again. I am talking about this of the mixed explanation due to lack of time. Rajya Sabha, indirect election. Capabilities and eligibilities, only difference, Rajya Sabha not below 30 years. Not below 30 years. Remaining eligibilities are same. To be the member of the Rajya Sabha. that's called the upper house, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and also this is called the member of parliament, but this comes under category of the indirect election, and Lok Sabha comes in category of the FPTP. So definitely Rajya Sabha election procedures, one difference, 30 years old and tenure. Lok Sabha 5 years, Rajya Sabha 6 years. 1/3 members get retirement after 2 years. This is called permanent house. Rajya Sabha is called permanent house, a tenure of 6 years. This cannot be dissolved, and 1/3 members of Rajya Sabha at retirement after 2 years, 2 साल के नियमित अंतराल पर वो सांसद रिटायर हो जाते हैं। अब आपको यहाँ देखने वाली बात यह है कि 2 साल के बाद हर दूसरे साल पर सांसद रिटायर होते हैं, तब तक टिल देन दे वुड हैव टू कंप्लीटेड देयर टेन्योर। 6 इयर्स का कार्यकाल उनका पूरा हो जाता है, हर 2 साल के बाद प्रोसेस 2 साल के बाद रिटायर होते रहते हैं, और इसके बाद पर्टिकुलर स्टेट से जो वैकेंट सीट राज्यसभा की है वहाँ से हमारे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव आते रहते हैं। तो दिस कैन नॉट बी डिसॉल्व, दिस इज द परमानेंट हाउस। जितनी सीटें वैकेंट होती रहती हैं उतने स्टेट लेवल के इलेक्शन से फिर वो आते रहते हैं, इसलिए आप देखेंगे रेगुलर इंटरवल पर राज्यसभा का चुनाव होता रहता है, लेकिन उतना पॉपुलर नहीं है जितना लोकसभा। मैंने कहा ना, डायरेक्ट concern to the people. So everybody knows about the Lok Sabha, MLAs, Vidhayak, Sansad, but in the Rajya Sabha is most powerful element of the parliamentary system of India, but it comes under category of the indirect election, and such kind of representatives are elected by the MLAs, particular state लेवल के जो एमएलए होते हैं उनका चुनाव करते हैं। आई विल टॉक व्हाट इज द प्रोसीजर ऑफ द इलेक्शन, आई विल टेक द लेजिस्लेटिव एग्जीक्यूटिव डिटेल। हियर यू हैव टू नो ओनली द इलेक्शन प्रोसीजर्स ऑफ द पॉपुलस डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री ऑफ द लोकसभा, राज्यसभा, एंड आर्टिकल राज्यसभा 80, लोकसभा 81, एंड द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन allows the article of the parliament 79 parliament having part of the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha president. I have discussed the eligibility of the Lok Sabha and similarly MLAs, and also similarly the Rajya Sabha only the age of difference. Lok Sabha and MLAs must be 25 years old. To be contest the election of the Rajya Sabha, it must be 30. This is the major difference. 30 years in the Rajya Sabha and 25 years in Lok Sabha. The tenure of the Lok Sabha 5 years old, but it can be dissolved earlier on the advice of the councils headed by our Honorable Prime Minister. But Rajya Sabha a tenure continues 6 years. This is permanent house. It cannot be dissolved after 2 years. At the regular interval of 2 years, 1/3 member of the Rajya Sabha and get retirement and regularly contact to state level where the vacant seats are represented in the Rajya Sabha. So this kind of the rotation survives continuously in the Rajya Sabha. This cannot be suspended. Major difference. And third I have talked about the FPTP, and the Rajya Sabha members are elected, especially point to be noted, especially proportional representative system. I will take complete discussion about what is the proportional system, and you have to will contact of your textbook directly. It has been mentioned properly, but one of the Rajya Sabha member to be elected in state level, one formula has been generated, because I want to conclude this topic to be member of the Rajya Sabha, the eligibilities of minimum quota, that's formula, total members of MLAs in particular state, and required vacant seat, and plus 1, and this is the formula. The procedure of election of Lok Sabha. Continue, I will take more lectures about detail. Total number of MLAs upon required vacant seat plus 1 and completely having whole bracket plus 1. This is the minimum quota if the particular member of Legislative Assembly regarding the Rajya Sabha election, state level. Suppose that this example has been given in your book, Rajasthan. This will be much better at taking this example because this has been clearly explained in your textbook. Suppose that in Rajasthan 4 MPs means Rajya Sabha seats are vacant, 4 MP, especially in Rajasthan, separately in UP, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, Gujarat. I am talking about the Rajya Sabha, a particular in the regarding example, 4 member of parliament to the Rajya Sabha is vacant required. The total members of MLAs in Rajasthan, this is the 200. So how can be the minimum quota must be fulfilled to be the final touch of the election of the Rajya Sabha? This is the first calculation. This is the formula. Total member of the MLAs, Rajasthan 200. If you talk about the UP 403, if you talk about the Bihar, separate numbers or consist to separate state. Right now I am talking about the Rajasthan, so definitely I am talking about the Rajasthan, so definitely we are concerned to Rajasthan having an MLA seat of 200. Suppose that 4 seats are vacant. Suppose that 4 seats are required of the Rajya Sabha from the Rajasthan. 4 सीटें राजस्थान से राज्य सभा के लिए आनी हैं. वहां से अब राज्यसभा के लिए आनी है, राजस्थान से आनी है, तो राजस्थान के परिप्रेक्ष्य में ही आप इलेक्शन का चुनाव करेंगे. तो वहां देखने वाली बात है कि टोटल एमएलएस कितने हैं, 200. टोटल नंबर ऑफ एमएलएस अपॉन रिक्वायर्ड वैकेंट सीट 4 मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट की जरूरत है. पर्टिकुलर स्टेट से इलेक्ट होके आएंगे क्योंकि रिटायरमेंट 2 साल के बाद होते हैं. 13 मेंबर्स आएंगे, 13 मेंबर्स एंड प्लस 1 एंड हैविंग क्लोज द ब्रैकेट एंड आल्सो प्लस 1. सो टेक द कैलकुलेशन प्रॉपरली. 200 अपॉन 5 and this plus 1 having opened the bracket, this is the 40 and addition of 1, you are getting the 41. 41 is the minimum quota of the particular forum. Every candidate should have to obtain the 41 is the minimum quota to be elected for the Rajya Sabha seat. So I will take the complete discussion how the complications, how the difficulties create in particular election of the indirect like vice president, president and member of Rajya Sabhas, how the small parties are to be favored, the magical figure. So I will take in detail. So this is the complete lecture of the connected to the chapter 3, election and representatives, election commission, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, member of parliament, their age, their eligibilities, and what are the connection of the Rajya Sabha elections, what are the FPTP, first for the post-election, direct election, and also discussed about the proportional representatives. This a very important example. This can be correlated of the Rajya Sabha, and also we'll talk the moving the president election and vice president election. Right now, take the complete correlation of the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, member of parliament, both are called election commission duties. What are the main restrictions of the election commission to the political parties? So all elements could have been discussed. I try to entire topic relevant, more and more discussions to be continued in the topic of the legislature, in coming topics, executive, judiciary. These are the common factors of the particular department of the parliamentary system of your country, having connected to the legislature, executive and parliamentary system and judiciary. Whatever topic you are going to teach or read, definitely these are the very common factors you have to be discussed without. So separate topics should be covered in separate form to avoid the confusions. Is that clear? So please solve all the questions related to election and representatives. If you have any particular problem, the revision of particular topics, definitely you have to send in our comment box, personally WhatsApp number. After 3 or 4 days, I will start the revision. You can take the complete discussion about confused topic. Thank you everybody. Have a good day.